Buying a gaming Prebuilt PC doesn't have to be expensive. You can get a Prebuilt Gaming PC for under $750 that's going to perform perfectly fine at 1080p depending on your budget and your needs. For that reason, I will show you the best gaming Prebuilt PCs for under $750 and I'm going to show you the level of performance that you can get with each system. That way you know the level of performance that you are getting. On top of that, I will give you a bonus PC that's slightly over $750 in case you are willing to go over budget. The link to all of these Prebuilt PCs will be down below in the video description. With that being said, let's start. First, we have this $400 gaming PC from Newegg with a Ryzen 5 5600G and integrated graphics, and then you get 16 gigs of RAM. Now, at this price point, $400, you cannot expect a lot of performance. But if you want to play games like Minecraft, Roblox, and you want a functional computer that will be able to run just fine for your work and to watch social media, then this PC is going to be just fine. And of course, if you want to play more high demanding titles like Cyberpunk 2077, I wouldn't recommend you buying this system. But as I said before, if you want to play Minecraft, even at fancy settings, this is going to be enough. Or if you want to play a game like GTA 5 medium settings, you will be able to achieve around 60 to 70 FPS depending on the exact settings. So overall, very solid PC for $400. Not the best, of course, but this is a brand new system that's going to allow you to play all of those type of titles with no issues. Moving up in price for $550, we have this Big Tooth 15L with the i5 13400 and the Intel Arc A380. Here you already get dedicated graphics, which is going to be a massive upgrade compared to the last system. But once again, you cannot expect a ton of performance here. However, if you want to play at 1080p low to medium settings in easy to run games, this is going to be enough. And if you want to play, for example, a game like Fortnite, competitive settings, performance mode, then you can expect around 80 to 100 plus FPS on average, depending on the area. So overall, really solid PC for $550. Once again, at this price point, you cannot expect a lot of performance, especially in high demanding titles. But if you are not going to play those type of games and you want to play games like Fortnite, Valorant, CS2 and these type of shooters, or you want to play easy to run games like Roblox, then this PC is enough and it's going to be much better in terms of gaming performance than the last one. The next one we have the skytech Nebula from skytech with the i3 12100F for the CPU, and then you get the RTX 3050 for the GPU. The 3050 is about 45% faster on average than the Intel Arc A380 and it's going to allow you to play at 1080p medium to high settings, 60 plus FPS on average depending on the game. On a 13 game average on the most high demanding titles at 1080p lowest settings, the 3050 8GB version, which is the one that you are using here, was able to average over 70 FPS. You have to keep in mind that these are very high demanding titles, and I'm talking about games like The Last of Us Part 1 and Hogwarts Legacy. So for the most part, if you're not going to play those games, you're going to be fine turning up the settings to medium or high depending on the game and achieving 60 plus FPS on average. Or if you want to play these titles, you are going to be playing at low to medium settings if you want to achieve those 60 plus FPS on average. So honestly, very solid system at this price point considering that it's a brand new Prebuilt PC. And if you want to play esports shooters here like Fortnite, you can expect around 144 plus FPS on average. So if you want a 144Hz monitor, then this is going to be a nice gaming PC. Now for $100 more, for just $750, you can get the same Nebula, but this time is the one from Amazon. And the main difference here is that you get the i5 13400F instead of the i3 12100F, which is going to make a difference if you play high CPU demanding titles. That being said, a game like Valorant or Fortnite, where it uses a lot of CPU, the i5 13400F will make a massive difference and you will be able to achieve around 200 plus FPS on average depending on the game and the settings when it comes to esports titles. If you want to play high demanding games, the difference is not going to be as big because you are going to be more GPU limited. But when we are talking about games that are not so GPU limited, then the CPU is going to matter more. This system for $750 is decent. However, for $100 more, I think you can get the best system, and I know it's over $750, but if you're open to saving up and buying this one, or maybe you already have the money and you are thinking about it, then the skytech Nebula, once again from Amazon, upgraded version is going to be the best option. It is basically the same PC, but instead of the RTX 3050, you get the RTX 4060. The 4060 is about 60% faster when it comes to gaming performance than the 3050, and you went from having a GPU that can play games low settings, 60 plus FPS on average, or easy to run titles, high settings, 60 plus FPS, to a GPU that will be able to run high demanding titles, 60 plus FPS on average on the highest ultra settings. So it's a massive increase in terms of performance because you no longer have to lower the settings in order to get 60 plus FPS on average unless the game requires more than 8 gigs of VRAM, which is very rare at 1080p. So in my opinion, for $100 more, you are getting much faster performance, and it's a much better gaming PC in terms of Ryzen performance, because you are getting a 60% faster gaming performance, or even more depending on the game. And in terms of esports titles, you can expect 300 plus FPS depending on the exact game and the settings. And if you are willing to build a PC yourself, in my opinion, that's going to be the better option, especially at this price point. So if you want a PC for under $750 and you want to build it yourself and go through that experience, you will have my video on the best PC builds for every budget and every resolution in the top right of the screen, where you will find a PC for basically any budget, and those perform better than these pre-built PCs that I mentioned today. But if you're not willing to build a PC yourself, then any of these pre-built PCs is going to be fine for you depending on your needs and depending on your budget. And if you need personal PC help, that's going to be the top link in the description, where you can ask me anything about your potential PC and I will be helping you out. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.